My name is VodkaSunnyD. Every day, I'm live on Twitch and TikTok at 2 p.m. EST, streaming visual novels and some of the weirdest games I can find. That's usually what you'll find me playing here, funky stuff. And I do be playing a lot of Danganronpa as well. If you're currently watching on YouTube, consider joining us for the live. It's a great time. We have hundreds of people watch us every day, and it's so much fun! Go to the description, click the links, come hang out with us live. You know you want to. And put a message down here for YouTube. Secondly, the spoiler blocks are going up in place right now. Alright? The spoiler blocks are up. I won't be reading chat very much. I will mainly be focusing on the trial, as we do. Without further ado, Danganronpa Another, Chapter 5, Class Trial. Let's get it. Checking this truth bullet section, because it's been 3 days since I've done the investigation, or 2 days. I don't know how many days it's been. Monokuma File 5. The victim is Yamato Kisaragi. Estimated time of death was approximately 8:30 a.m. The cause of death is shock due to a laceration in the groove. A huge hole in his chest. No other injuries were found. Chest hole. The victim, Kisaragi, suffered serious injuries, such that his chest was completely blown away, revealing the entire inside of his body. I guarantee, I bet, Chad, I bet any amount of money that Yuki had wished that he blew. Never mind! I wouldn't, but you gotta admit, though, what is the ship name for Yuki and Kisaragi? What is the ship name, bro? You can't even get mad at me, bro. You can't even get mad at me. Yuki was like, Arr! Anytime Kisaragi came around. Anytime. Yuki motto? I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, bro. Bro, you can't get mad at me. When Yuki found him dead, chat, what was the first thing Yuki said? Does anybody remember what the first thing Yuki said was? Yuki goes, oh my god, his handsome face. His very handsome face, it has no life in it now. That's the first thing he said. You can't come at me, talk to your boy. Clean kitchen knife. This is the knife Kurokawa was holding when the body was found. At first, I thought that Kurokawa might have hurt Kisaragi with the knife. It's canon, bro. It's canon. Like, you guys get mad at me. You're like, Vodka, why would you say that? Like, why? You're making up stuff. No, I'm not. When I see a dead person, the first thing I think is, oh, I don't think, like, oh, they're hot. Yeah, Yuki literally's walking around with Kisaragi's underwear in his backpack, and you're gonna talk to me about shit? Bloody cart. Pandora Noir, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Just wanted to let you know how much I enjoy and appreciate your presence in my day. Aw, thank you. Bloody cart. A cart from the lab that was left at the scene of the incident, covered in blood. The fact that the cart was covered in blood means it may have carried a corpse. But if you could enter the records from the ballroom, could you really bring this cart upstairs? Oh my god, Kisaragi's handbook. Kisaragi's handbook was handed over to Kurokawa, a handbook that Kisaragi had. It was mostly blank, but there was a number. 0430. Written in one page. What is the purpose of this number? There's a high probability that it's a password, but it might not be. I have a theory. I think it says Oreo. I think that this right here, these numbers, is an ode, a throwback to Sayaka Mizuno. Oh my god, I'm tweaking when I say that name. Sayaka Mizuno, the evil one hidden somewhere in the school who killed Leon Kuwata. Is that his name? That might be his name. I don't know. I think. That killed Leon, right? In cold blood, okay? Killed my boy Leon in cold blood. Sayaka fans are tweaking right now. And left a password. Left a password to hate on my boy Leon, all right? I think this is a throwback. I think that they wrote this dying message, it says Oreo. And you might go, Vodka, what the fuck does that mean? Let me ask you a question. What colors are an Oreo? Everybody knows what an Oreo is. What color is an Oreo? It's black and white. Who is black and white in the death game? Monokuma! Monokuma was the killer, and he was writing this down. He was like, fuck. But if he wrote Monokuma, then Monokuma would know. If he just wrote 0430, Monokuma assumes, oh, he wrote the password to the records room. Well, they're going to find the murder anyway, and I'm going to put it on Kurokawa. Bro, this is a tell. I got to go to sleep, guys. You're banned for life. Sephiroth, you're banned for life. Have a good night. Have a good night. Leaving during Kurokawa's trial? No. 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 We don't take any disrespect towards Kurokawa here. None. None. If I see anyone disrespect Makako Kurokawa, I will literally shit on the floor. Do not fuck with me. Do not fuck with me. Mekaru clearly states that the only one who can commit the crime is Kurokawa in this case. Shut up. The reason is that from the time Kisaragi, the victim, last appeared in front of us, except for Kurokawa, the others had been with us all the way until the body was found. Is Kurokawa really the culprit? No. There's no way. There's no way. I'll believe in her until I perish. Entrance of the records. It is true that only me and Mekaru know, but there are rules other than just the password in the record room. Rule 1. Only one person can enter the records. Rule 2. When there is already someone inside, the door will not open. Rule 3. If 2 people go in at the same time, a bulkhead door closes the room. I don't know what that means precisely, but maybe we'll find out. Ballroom white cloth. You cannot enter the record room unless you know the password. However, the emergency exit in the back was strangely connected to the dance hall of the ballroom. The problem is that the door was up on a higher up railing. We had to, like, Indiana Jones our way up there. Laboratory meat. Mentioned by Akane, there was some chunks of flesh around the lab. According to Mekaru, it is presumed to belong to the victim, Kisaragi. The shape is squeezed beyond recognition, and the bloodstains from the flesh are connected to the hallway corridor. Disgusting. Disturbing, even. Anesthetic gas, I guess that's how you say it. It is a gas grenade that has been used in the laboratory. It is called anesthetic gas, and there is a possibility that the victim was neutralized rather than killed immediately. These kinds of things must come from the arsenal. Kisaragi's dying message. There was a dying message written in blood on the laboratory floor. The victim, Kisaragi, must have written... I got distracted because chat was saying dumb shit! Shut up! There was a dying message written in blood on the lab floor. The victim, Kisaragi, must have written it with all his might. It's written Mikako. Shut up. But for most of us who know who this name refers to, even if it's true, would the criminal just leave a dying message that pointed out their name so openly and leave it behind by their own decision? No. Kurokawa's room. Kurokawa's room was open for some reason. Also, the bed sheets went missing. I thought I had seen the white cloth tied to the railing of the ballroom somewhere, but it is highly likely that it's from her private room. Not to mention, why would Kurokawa's sheets be gone? All right, yo, I'm getting mad. Reading the evidence is getting mad. Chat, without further ado, let's start the class trial. Trial time! In session, let's go. Kurokawa, for you, we ride! Chat, this is for Kako. We gotta lock in. It's for Kako, bro. This is for Makako Kurokawa. We lock in now. Now then, let's start with a brief explanation of the class trial. The outcome of the trial is decided by your votes. If you point out the blackened, then only they will be punished. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. Now, you may start with... The culprit is Kurokawa. Nothing more to see here. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! No! 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 Never! That's just not true! I know Mikako Kurokawa, and she wouldn't do it. I object! Almost Christmas doesn't mean it's Christmas. I object! Oh, you started already. Well, it doesn't matter. Please discuss things carefully. Wait a minute, Teruya? We've only just started. What the H, man? What the F? It's just the beginning and nothing more, right? Before, Mekaru was the first to investigate. But now, how can you prove it? It's a class trial. The culprit is still Kurokawa. You all know that, don't you? Chat, type 1 if we all know that Makako Kurokawa is the culprit. Type 2 if you think it's anything else. And Makako Kurokawa, our Lord and Savior, is fucking innocent, baby! Oh! Type the 2s! Type the 2s in chat! At the time, Yuki and Mekarue found the body. Kurokawa was playing at the scene. Besides, everyone except Kurokawa were together. I object. Odori, calm down a little. As Maeda said, we're just getting started. Wouldn't it be better to sort things out? No! I'm perfectly calm right now. Well, I'm gonna be perfectly mad. I'm gonna be perfectly mad here in a second. This is different from before. I mean, it's a conclusion after a thorough analysis, not a call-out of a desire to escape reality. Chat, I'm officially at level 1 mad. I did it. I came in here. No, listen. I came into stream with an open mind, a calm heart, and relaxed. But the immediate snap at Kurokawa, Teruya, I love ya, but the immediate snap at Kurokawa, I'm at level 1 mad. I've moved from level 0 mad, I was down here, up to level 1. If I reach level 5 mad, I delete TikTok. I'm just being honest. Fuck it, dude. I don't give a shit, man. I'll delete everything. I'll delete everything. I don't care. No. I have anger issues, bro, and it's about the show. I don't know if I actually have anger issues, but I definitely feel them while I'm gaming. Of course, I also think Makako is the most suspicious, but look at her. Look at her! I would rather get hit by a fucking airplane than ever suspect Makako Kurokawa. Calm your bullshit. It looks exactly the same as before. So stop and let's begin the discussion. Mekarue. Oh my god, Mekarue. I never thought I'd say this, Mekarue. Thank you. Oh my god. Yes. Cut the bullshit. Yes. Oh my god, Mekarue. Oh shit. Oh my god. I've never been so happy to see her. Mekarue, thank you. What you mean? Isn't Kurokawa the culprit? Of course, I also see Kurokawa as the main suspect. But shut up, Yuki. But currently, Teruya is being too forward. It's a requirement to at least have a discussion. For now, it would be better to convince Teruya. From now on, the non-stop debate will begin. Would you like to read the tutorial? Listen to Tutorial-san. Let's convince Teruya. I would like to listen to Tutorial-san. A non-stop debate is part... No, I already know what this is. I already know what this is. I only clicked it because it said Tutorial-san, and that made me very happy. Alright, Tutorial-san. Let's fucking do it, man. Wait, hold on a second. I'm taking it off, chat. Chat, I'm taking it off. I have to. I gotta lock in. Everyone's alibi, clean knife, ballroom cloth. What does that say? Makako's private room? Alright, let's go. Odori, calm down. I'm not done talking! Oh my. She was bloodied at the scene! I mean, there's even more evidence than this! Stupid. Your life is at stake. Can't you take responsibility for it? It's because you don't need to see it! See what? What's he talking about? Besides, there's more evidence that you can't dismiss. Haven't you forgotten? Kurokawa was holding a kitchen knife. If you're not a culprit, then why are you holding a knife? Kurokawa, you killed Kisaragi with the knife. I'm a freak out. Oh, I'm gonna freak out. Oh, I'm getting so mad. If they keep talking shit on Kurokawa, I'm gonna snap! I can't deny that Kako is suspicious. It's all true that she was holding a kitchen knife, but is Kako really the culprit? There's an error in Teruya's claim. That's what I need to point out. I'm about to freak out. Why did I take damage? Fuck you. Otori, calm down. I'm not done talking! Wait, what do I even need to do? Everyone's alibis, clean knife. Yeah, the knife was clean! The knife was clean, you buffoon! You absolute joker! The knife was clean. What are they talking about? The knife was clean. What are you going on about? It's because you don't need to say it. Say it. Talk about the knife right now. I want to refute it. I want to chat. Get ready to type no, that's wrong. Everybody get the no, that's wrong spam ready, because he's going down. Kurokawa was holding a kitchen knife. Sure, sure. If you're not a culprit, why are you holding a knife? You killed Kisaragi with a knife? Hey, guess what? No, that's wrong! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Give me those points. Taking some Tylenol real quick. I forgot my pre-stream Tylenol. This whole stream's gonna give me a headache, I already know. Because they're saying dumb shit like this. Teruya, just because she was holding a kitchen knife doesn't mean they're the culprit. What are you talking about? No matter how you look at it, she was carrying a weapon. I'm not sure you can even cook in there. Alright. No. What? I mean, that was pretty funny. No, you can tell by looking at the body of Kisaragi, the victim of this case. Kisaragi wasn't stabbed to death by this knife. It is also specified in the Monokuma file, there were no special wounds other than a hole in his chest. Right. And crucially, there was not a drop of blood on the knife. No sign of stabbing anyone. That's true. Sorry for forcing this. But then, what was the kitchen knife for? Unless she was set up in a murder. Listen, can I say something? Can I say something? People are gonna get mad because I'm going to say a factual statement. I'm going to say a factual statement. I'm going to say something real that happened, and people are gonna get mad. I find it very bizarre that Teruya comes in here immediately, no discussion, instantaneous, it's Mikako, there's no other way, she had the knife, with what happened last trial. Literally last trial, bro was about to die. And due to us discussing, taking time to talk about it, he got to live. He got to live! I'm just saying. I get he's dumb, but when you're dealing with, listen, when you're dealing with Satsuki's will, and you're dealing with Mikako Kurokawa, my lord and savior, we gotta take this shit seriously. We gotta lock in. He could be silly, but be silly tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Be silly tomorrow. Don't be silly right now. Let's at least talk about it. Let's at least talk about it. But then, what was the kitchen knife for? Unless she was set up in a murder. Bingo! I won't deny that issue with you. I admit that Kurokawa is suspicious to the end, but that doesn't mean that you can just blindly conclude that she's the culprit. I know. I'm sorry. Without knowing, I let my habit run wild. There, bud. It's okay. Hey, we forgive you. We forgive you. Hey, there, buddy. We forgive you. It's okay. It's okay. He apologized. It's okay. I didn't grow at all. I don't think I did. No, it's because we all understand it. Are you done now? Then let's start with the case. Yeah, let's do that. Start the case. Wait! Are you okay for 1 minute before that? We're not taking any piss breaks, bro. What do you want? What else? Well, that thing. What thing? What thing? That one next to Monokuma. What? What thing? What? Whoa! Whoa, what is that? Why is Kisaragi's portrait over there? What are we doing? Oh, this? Well, don't mind it. I couldn't help it because there wasn't a seat for him. A seat? Kisaragi was originally a person who never entered a class trial room. So, he never had a reserved seat. Hey! Don't talk about anything that has nothing to do with the trial. Come on, start the discussion right now! I mean, we started talking about them again and again. Like, what? We can't help it. I'm not saying that class trials are top priority right now. Since the case hasn't been sorted out, right? Let's get started. That's okay. First, the victim in this case is Kisaragi. The incident happened this morning. Oh, everyone was there except Mikako. Yeah, well, no, that's not true. Monokuma wasn't there. Monokuma wasn't there! Yeah, at that moment, Kisaragi's behavior suddenly became a little strange, and he ran to the 5th floor looking for Kurokawa. It was as if he became a different person. What was Kisaragi's true identity? That's fine and all. It doesn't have anything to do with the case, though. I would like to know, but we can't because he's dead. So let's just forget about it. In any case, we sensed something strange was happening and hurried to the 5th floor to chase after Kisaragi. Only then, the 5th floor was already bloody. Something already happened. At that time, Mekaru gave instructions to me and Akane, didn't she? I was about to go check on Kinjo, and Akane to go check the bloodstains in the lab. Peculiar. Yeah, peculiar. Yeah, and besides Kinjo, we were able to get some crucial clues for the lab, including that there was nothing wrong with him. Crucial clues? What was in the lab? Oh, do I have a story for you, Teruya? Do I have something to tell him? Oh, chat, oh my god. Oh my god, hold on. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. Obtained. Obtained. I found it. Obtained. Chat, it's been very cold out. It's been like negative 40 degrees out. And everything's been ice cold. And my little lips are very sensitive. I have sensitive lips. Alright, so I gotta use the Burke Bees chapstick, not a sponsor. And I gotta apply this shit real quick. I have to. No, chat, you don't understand, man. You don't understand. My little lips, they're breaking right now. Like, the more I'm talking, I can't get the sticker off my finger. I can't get the fucking sticker off one. Oh my god. How do you not... Is there something wrong with me? Why can't I get a sticker off my finger? What is happening? Dude, get off. Alright, here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Feeling it. Alright, I'm in. I'm locked in. That's for later. Let's organize the case first. Yeah, my lips just started dying. First, Maeda and I tried to enter the bloodstained record room, but we could not open the door. That's true. Sure enough, a password was required to enter the records. That's right. You told me when we were investigating the 5th floor. However, it seems certain that something had happened in the records, and while we were thinking about what to do, Mekaru took me to the ballroom. Surprisingly, the white cloth in the ballroom was connected to the 2nd floor, and the door you see when you hold the cloth goes up and it's connected to the back door of the record room. I find that to be, like, very dumb, but I guess there has to be an emergency exit. Like, I guess. When Akane and I were about to enter the records, we were told to go back to the ballroom. I wondered if the ballroom and the records were connected somehow. So in the end, the cloth was tied up by the culprit, right? That's right. This means that the culprit had to do the same to get into the record room. The culprit mustn't, is that a word? The culprit mustn't have known the password either. That's not a word, Yuki. You're making shit up. It's only natural, isn't it? It's a facility that was originally in this building. And we don't know anything about the facility, including the killer. You were just saying it was Mikako! You were like, oh, 10 billion% sure. Alright. I thought so too. But Mekarue said that the culprit might know the password. Let's talk about it later, because it's important, but not right now. We just keep pushing everything back. Anyway, when we entered the room through the ballroom, Yamato Kisaragi was dead. Please do not flashback. Do not flash. TikTok is gonna get banned again if they show it. Don't show it. Don't. Ray, do not show it. And in front of the dead Yamato Kisaragi, that woman, Makako Kurokawa, was standing there, covered in blood. Don't show it! Don't do it! If they show the murder, TikTok is gonna go down. Don't do it! For now, this is an overview of the case. Okay, good. They didn't show it. Yeah, they didn't show it. We're fine. We're chilling. Yeah. Everyone except for Nikako. That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't even want to discuss it earlier. And I'm sorry, but no matter how I look at it, no one can commit the crime other than Kurokawa. You watch your mouth, boy. Thou shalt not talk shit on Kako. However, if the criminal fails to deceive us in the class trial in their own way, they'll be put to death. Is it really that easy to commit a crime? Is there some kind of trick we don't know about? Come to think of it, didn't you mention that Mekarue found a crucial clue a while ago? What's wrong with the lab? It's an important clue, but it's hard to figure out the whole case with that alone. What I found in the lab. Yeah, That's what we're discussing now. When I went to check it out after hearing it from Akane, in that lab was the poison for Cusco, Cusco's poison, the poison for Cusco, Cusco's poison, lab meat. I got it! Mekarue, you're talking about the chunky piece of flesh that I found in the lab, right? I found a big fat piece of flesh, dude. You should have been there. Flesh? You found human flesh? And I have a theory. Chat, what are the odds that that flesh is a symbolism that a body... No, hear me out for a second. Do you think... Hear me out. Do you guys remember Kanata Inori? Do you remember Kanata Inori? That's a big part of what I'm about to say. Yes, okay. And do you remember Yamaguchi? Remember Yamaguchi? Yes, okay. Now, let me ask you, what specific qualities did Yamaguchi and Kanata have that were acknowledged multiple times that makes them different from other people? Let me cook. Hold on, let me cook. Yamaguchi was very big. He was the size of like 2-3 humans. And Kanata was very small. What if, now hear me out, what if the mastermind, when they were chopping up the bodies, right, of Yamaguchi and Kanata, since they had a small person and a big person, what if they divvied it up into 3 bodies? They chopped up the pieces and they divvied it up into 3 bodies. And I know this sounds insane, but you got to think about how Monokuma's been acting. And they took the 3rd body and they put it in Mitch's canister, or Mitch's, like, containment. Because they have all the bodies in containment. Hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. They put all the bodies in containment. What I'm trying to say is that you need to fill Mitch's... I'm not cooking? What are you talking about? I will not hear you out. No, they didn't chop Maki up, though. You need to Okay, what I'm trying to say is that Mitch is alive and well. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that Mitch is alive and well. Mitch, the ultimate fucker. Do you guys remember that guy? He's alive and well. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Mitch is alive and well. But Mekarue came forward and Mekarue said that there was a dead body in Mitch's containment center. How is it, answer this question for me, how is it that there is a dead body, a chopped up piece of flesh in Mitch's containment center if Mitch is still alive? Also answer for me, why is there a random chunk of flesh that they just found outside of it? It's because they're chopping up bodies. You can say I'm not cooking, but it makes sense if you think about it. They were chopping up bodies. That's how a slab of flesh fell onto the ground, because they were carving up bodies. Who was carving up bodies? Mitch. Who needed a dead body to put in his containment center so they didn't seem suspicious? Mitch. Who did it in chapter 3 after the 2 bodies died, one that was bigger and one that was smaller, to make it seem like it didn't go? Mitch. Also, can I just say one more thing about it? How is Yamaguchi gonna fit into the containment center with how big he is? It doesn't make sense. You have to cut up Yamaguchi. It's the only way. Yes! Is it dark? Yes! But guess what? This game killed 100 cathedral children in front of Uhara. You can't tell me the game doesn't get that dark. They murdered them. They said the kids turned to bones. The kids turned to bones. And you're telling me, no, that's too dark, Vodka? They turned the kids to bones! It's Mitch! Flesh? Human flesh? Yeah, I heard from Akane. I went to check it myself. You'll see. Chat, you think I'm psychotic, but you'll see. I heard from Akane. I went to check it out myself. That flesh was probably from Kisaragi's chest. They're cutting people up! They're dissecting people! I don't see how I'm wrong with that. Do you think it's below? You think it's beneath Mitch to dissect someone? Really? Did you not see what he did to Maki? Moreover, Teruya should have entered the lab before the announcement went off. They turned the kids to bones! But Haru's fingers, Vodka. Haru's fingers, yes! Haru had his fingers dissected, and you're telling me that chopping up bodies is where they're drawing the line? They're not drawing the line at chopping up bodies. They turned the kids to bones! No, I didn't see it. I was in a hurry. Is that so? I was also surprised when I first found it. The fact that Kisaragi's flesh was in there means that Kisaragi was killed in the lab, right? I don't know, man. They turned the kids to bones. That's it? I mean, he wasn't murdered in the records. But even if that's the case, isn't it possible for anyone other than Kurokawa to commit the crime? Well, that's not the case, but the place where he was killed can be a very important clue. If you don't know who the culprit is, it's silly. Chat. If you don't know who the culprit is, boop, you're silly. Says Teruya. So silly. Hey, Teruya, you seem a bit dissatisfied. You are so full of yourself just because I decided to cooperate with you, aren't you? Street fight? Yo, wait a minute. Street fight? Ray versus Teruya? Street fight? No, it's not really like that. I'm sorry, I'll stay quiet. I'm gonna be honest. If Ray and Teruya, no weapons, fought on the streets, I think Ray beats his ass. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, who do you think wins? Type 1 if you think Ray versus Teruya. Type 1 for Ray, type 2 for Teruya. I'm gonna be honest. I think Ray beats his ass. I'm gonna be honest. I think Ray beats my ass. In the end, no matter what I say, it comes with the conclusion that it's impossible to commit the crime except for Kurokawa. But I can't conclude without knowing anything at all like this. The most biggest obstacle in this case is... let's talk about it with everyone. Oh boy, we're having fun out here. Oh my god, that's a lot of bullets. Oh shit. Even if we try to organize the case, the result won't be any different. Even if Kisaragi was killed in the lab, only Kurokawa can commit the crime! I don't know about that, boy. If there is someone who can commit the crime except this woman, But after Kisaragi left the dining hall, until his body was found, yeah, we always together we were. Always together we were! I had to read that sideways. Akane and I went out for a bit, but we came back in a hurry. When we arrived on the 5th floor, something already happened, right? Hold on, we need to discuss this further in detail. We always together were. That seems important. Blue chat, blue statement, we always together were. Indeed. The biggest obstacle is Kurokawa. As Teruya said, can it be decided that Kurokawa is the culprit? No. We have to do everything we can. Let's think what each of us was doing, and then how the incident occurred, yeah. Don't fucking take my HP, you bitch. Alright, what do we got? Anesthetic gas, rec room door, Kisaragi's handbook, bloody cart, everyone's alibis. Is it just, are we just going by the alibis? I guess it's we always together were. Alright, well, I don't really want to. Is there a... I don't know, man. I guess this is what I'm doing. Is this game, like, can you do double paths in this game? Listen, I might just be getting blinded by Makako Kurokawa, our Lord and Savior, but is there something that I can disagree with? Can I, like, are there 2 different paths I can go? When we arrived on the 5th floor, something already happened. Like, I'm not trying to stall. I just want... You know how in Danganronpa you can go, like, 2 paths sometimes? Back routes didn't exist until V3, so I doubt it. Dude. I'm upset. Because the thing is if I agree with Akane, then I'm incriminating Kako. Alright, I guess I'm gonna incriminate Kako, even though I would rather get hit by a truck than do this. I don't want to do it, chat. I don't. Let Truck-san drive in through my wall and take me out now! They can't make me, bro. They want to put it on Kako, and I just can't. Alright, chat, I guess we're consenting. I'm upset. I'm a little upset, but you're ready to consent, I suppose. Always together we were! I consent! Always together we were, I consent. Always together we were, I consent. Let's go. 20 point. 30 point. 40 point. 130 point. Yippee! As Akane said, no matter what the clues are, it cannot be denied that we were together at the time of the incident. True. We'll have to work this out in order to see the truth. Wait a minute. Why is the story suddenly going towards the direction of, except for Kurokawa, there's a culprit among us? If the alibis are perfect, doesn't common sense say that Kurokawa is the culprit? Isn't it common sense that if I fucking shove this mic up my ass, I'll pop like a balloon? Yes. But you don't see me doing it, Teruya! Stop talking shit on Kako! Why is culprit Kurokawa gradually moving away from the suspect list? Brother. Police! Police! I'm begging! Police! You gotta stay away from my girl! Bro! I can't take it anymore. I just wanna die! Kako, I'll get you out of this, trust. Why? Because frankly, it's too easy if Makako Kurokawa wins. It's almost like someone is trying to blame Makako Kurokawa. I'm gonna be so real. I'm fucking loving Ray. Oh! Oh! Uh-oh! 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 Your TikTok live visibility has been restricted for 10 minutes. Your live is not eligible for recommendation. Community guideline reason, mental health. Uh-oh! I'm bad for mental health. I'm bad for mental health. I gotta leave for 10 minutes. I gotta do it. If you're I don't even know if TikTok is still live right now. TikTok, if you're here still, and you're watching, go to the Twitch. There's a link in my bio. If you don't want to miss anything, if you don't want to miss the trial, if you don't want to miss the sauce, go. Click the link, click my profile, follow, and go to the link in the bio and come hang out with us on Twitch. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Apparently, I'm bad for mental health. I'm done. I'm done. They got me. Go. Go. Go click the link. Go to the Twitch now. Don't miss this shit. Come watch the trial. What a good stream. What a good TikTok stream. What did I say, chat? What did I do that wasn't good for what was it? What did we do? Mental health? What do we do? Mental health? I was like hyping up Ray. I was like literally just like I was like I love Ray Mekaru now. I was like I love Ray Mekaru. The psychotic theory. I'm going to the bathroom. Greet TikTok as they come in. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm so mad! Just because I'm vocalizing the silly little things that Mitch and Monokuma do in their free time? Just because I sit here and I vocalize the things Mitch and Monokuma do in their free time, I'm bad for mental health? Perchance. Here, join the raffle if you think Ray Mekaru is being hyped this trial. Type !join right now. Type !join right now to join the raffle. Unbelievable. Alright, back to this. Why? Because frankly, it's too easy if Makako Kurokawa wins. It's almost like someone is trying to blame Makako, and I agree, and we gotta get to the bottom of that now. For the charges instead. I'm also in agreement, something is fishy. Oh yeah? It's a class trial where your life is lost if one single mistake. You need to think more if you're not 100% sure. We're being too blunt. Aren't you just scared? Maeda, Mekaru, normally you trusted the clues pointing to the culprit and gave the answer. What are you afraid of? What are you being so careful of this time? It's the alibis and the blood. Besides, there's even evidence about the bedsheet. So anyone can tell who the culprit is. Don't be such a stick in the mud. Yeah, don't be a stick in the mud. Why is he being a stick in the mud? Stick in the mud, boy. It's full of complications. Do you want to annoy me right now? Oh, shit, dude. Anything but that. Teruya kinda suspicious? I would... Dude, Or what? Are you the killer? No. I just want to say one thing. Last stream, when I said there was suspicion towards Teruya, you guys flipped out on me. So I expect you guys to flip out on Mekaru. Hey, go ahead! It's time to flip out on Mekaru. You better... Where was all that energy you threw at me? If she jumps through the screen and beats your ass, that's on her. That's on her. Yeah, where is it? I expect the same fucking energy thrown at her that you threw at me. Are you the killer? Yeah. You can't do that. Don't joke like that. Hey, Odori, just the bedsheet? What do you mean by that? Oh, right. Akane doesn't know about this. The bedsheets. Of course, that was the clue Teruya gave us at the end of the investigation. The place where Teruya took us was... Wait, that makes Teruya even more suspicious. I don't think it's him, but like... wait, what do they want me to do? Is this? I got it! He doesn't, like, seem like a killer, TBH. You know what's gonna kill my stomach later? The Chinese takeout that I'm getting after this. Oh, I'm so excited. Just before the investigation time was over, Teruya called Mekaru and me in a hurry and took us somewhere. The place Teruya took us, it was Kurokawa's private room. Mikako's room? Yeah, I stopped by my room before we started. I was getting impatient. I noticed Kurokawa's room was wide open. So I looked inside for a moment. Kurokawa's room didn't have any bed sheets. Why did you go into a girl's private room? Why did he go into Mikako Kurokawa's private room? No, I'm about to get mad. I think I'm about to hit level 2 mad. I might hit level 2 mad. I'm literally shaking. What the fuck? What the H? No, what the H, bro? You just gonna walk into Mikako's room? Vodka, shut the hell up. No, shut up. Shut up. Who do you think you're talking to? You want a lifetime ban? Keep going. What? Don't you ever imply something? You guys are right. No, you guys are right. I get this a lot. No, this is real. A lot of people come to the Danganronpa streams, and a lot of people get upset every time I make speculations or I make commentary, or even when I meet a character for the first time. I don't know anything about a character, and I like poke some fun at them, poke some fun at their outfit or how they talk, you know, just to be silly, right? And I get comments of people being like, don't you ever fucking be mean to them again. That's my son. That's my child. That's my favorite character of all time. And people get really upset. So I've been watching a lot of other Danganronpa streams. Not of this game, of course. And I've been taking some notes. You know, I've been taking some notes. And I think that I'm going to try to stream like other people stream Danganronpa. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put that into effect right now. No more implication. No more speculation. No more opinions. All right? So let's get into it, okay? We're going to stream like everybody else streams Danganronpa. Let's go. You're surprised? Why would you be? And so suddenly. You haven't said anything, and you just stood there. What's this all of a sudden? Nothing. No. Well, we know the bed sheets are gone, but what does that mean? Kane, there's a white cloth hanging from the second floor of the ballroom. Didn't you think you've seen it somewhere? Vodka, this isn't you? You know, you are right. You are right. Some people, they don't even read it. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I just shouldn't even read it. Some of these streamers, they don't even read it. Most streamers I check don't voice act, but hey, you know what? You know what? Maybe we just won't even read it. We'll read it in our head, and we'll all sit here together, alright? We'll all sit here together. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I've decided what I'm gonna do. Chat, I'm gonna put you on backlog. Alright, I'm gonna put you on backlog. I'm gonna put TikTok up front. Okay? It's been 10 minutes. I'm gonna put TikTok up front, okay? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put TikTok up front. Alright? You guys are gonna go in the backlog, and I'm gonna put TikTok up front. I'm gonna prioritize TikTok. Alright? Let's do it. Let's do it. Akane, there was a white cloth hanging from the second floor of the ballroom. Didn't you think you've seen it somewhere? What chapter is this? Yo, what up, TikTok chatter? This is fifth case. This is case 5. Hi, Vodka. Hello. What's up, Neo? What's up, V? What's up, T? What's up? Hi again. Hello. Welcome back. Yo, what's up, X? Yo, what's up, guys? Hi. Hello. Welcome. I'm back. It's good to see you. Welcome back, TikTok chatters. I'm so happy to have you guys. Guess what? Guess what, TikTok? You are in priority chatting today. You are. You're in priority chatting. Isn't that exciting? Yes. Oh, where's Twitch? Gone. I ended the Twitch live 20 minutes ago. Nobody's on Twitch. Ended it 20 minutes ago. Yeah, it's just you and me today. That's awesome. Fuck Twitch. Oh, well, you don't gotta be... Twitch is stinky? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yay, we love you. Fuck Twitch. Oh, wow. Alright, well, we're gonna get into it, TikTok, alright? So you sit back and you relax. Twitch sucks my ass. Huh? You guys are being very mean to Twitch. I think I saw, maybe that cloth was the bedsheet from our private rooms? Yeah, it's probably the bedsheet from Kurokawa's room. Huh? But that's really conclusive evidence, isn't it? Like Makako's reaction from a while ago. At this point, even I can't stop thinking of it now. No. I think it's more likely that Makako Kurokawa is not the killer. Ray! Oh! Ray Mekarue, you have ascended for me. Ray Mekarue, a top-tier character that I never knew, at least in Chapter 5. I think it's more likely that Makako Kurokawa is not the killer. I agree! Huh? Is there a reason? The reason is that Ray Mekarue said it. If you want to step up to Ray Mekarue, then step up. Fool, just think about it. Yeah, just think about it. Let's say the woman used the bedsheet and hung it in the ballroom. Okay. Then, even if she hides that fact, she leaves. The door wide open until time runs out? Don't you think that's weird? Very weird. I think it's super weird. Vodka went from hating Ray to liking Ray? It's called character development? It's called character development? I'm not like you guys that just switch up. I actually analyze the characters and see the differences they make. Also, who was it that pushed Ray's character development? Think about that. Who pushed Ray's character development? Yeah, checkmate. That may have been because of the incident that took place in such a short time. They may have forgotten it. Forget it. Besides, that's the only reason we have. When I briefly looked around her dormitory before after chasing Yamato Kisaragi, there was no sign that the door to Makako Kurokawa's room was open. Holy shit. She pulled a Tsurugi? Ray pulled a Tsurugi and didn't tell anybody. I miss him. Can I be honest, Chad? I miss Tsurugi Kinjo. Where's he at? Tsurugi Kinjo! Vix, thank you for the Prime on Twitch. W's in chat for that Prime. Enjoy the stream with ad-free entertainment and all the emojis. No, she went and checked her room first. That's goated. I didn't look closely, but the door from the dormitory to the school side and Kurokawa's room goes in a straight line, so you can see it without getting close. As you said, you claimed that the door was wide open, right? Actually, when I took you and Maeda, it was wide open. Yes, I saw it. It's like trying to show that the door was wide open. Wait a minute. Then Kurokawa couldn't have opened the door. If she comes back and opens the door right after we chase Kisaragi, we would inevitably run into each other. So that's what I'm saying. In short, the door to Makako's room was open. It sounds like it was one of us. Dude, this is looking like worse and worse for Teruya as we go. I don't think Teruya's the killer. I genuinely think it's Monokuma pulling some Monokuma shit. I do. I think Monokuma cheated. That said, it's looking bad for Teruya. I don't think it's him. It's just looking bad for him. The more we go, the more we talk. Then you mean that person is the culprit? That's very likely. Using Mikako Kurokawa's bedsheet for the crime, they intentionally left the door open as if to show us. It is implausible if the goal is to cover up all the charges against Mikako. Actually, we kept doubting Kurokawa till the end. Yo! Can you imagine right now? He's just like... This is him. He's about to get voted and he's just like... No, but it's just a pendulum. Even if there's another culprit in our midst, it's impossible to commit a crime other than Kurokawa on an alibi. That's well... Hey, Mikako. Would you care to join the discussion now? Actually, hearing your testimony is the most important thing. You didn't say a word during the investigation. What you went through at the time of the incident holds the key to this case. Kako? Are you okay, Kako? Please! Sorry. Kako speaks. Chat? Shut up. Shh, everyone, shut the fuck up. Sorry. Hi. When Kako speaks, you listen. Sorry, I don't know. Oh, Ray's pissed. Mikako? Damn it, Kurokawa. Are you the culprit? A victim? I'm starting to get confused. Hey, I wish you couldn't say something like this, but is there a possibility that she killed him? As in the case of Kobushikawa a while ago, it was made into a self-made play. Unfortunately, Yamato Kisaragi was unable to commit a series of crimes, so it's unreasonable to start opening that door. Especially the one to the private room. We just talked about this a while ago. Yeah, but isn't it a possibility that, like, Kisaragi could end his own life and then somebody else opens the door and tries to frame... Monokuma! My god! Someone is trying to cover up the charges against Kurokawa. I understand. Everyone has an alibi, so it becomes impossible to commit a crime. How did they open Mikako's room in the first place? Did they even steal the key? Wait a minute. I forgot. The doors are locked. How did they get in the room? How did they open the room? Guys, doesn't the alibi just make things more complicated? Why don't we discuss the method of the crime, assuming that the culprit is a seventh person? A seventh person? I don't think we're going to progress if we ever continue with the alibis like this. Let's assume that there was a person named A who can freely roam other than us. Let's talk about the method of the crime first. I actually like this. I like this series of thinking because we're not getting anywhere. Instead of fucking being like, oh, well, this person could have done it, that person could have done it. Let's just try to figure out how the crime was done. I'm in favor too. I'm ashamed that a talented person such as me isn't sure about all this. Yeah, I think it would be nice too. Also, I hate that my hair keeps doing this. I'm going to shave my head tomorrow. I've been thinking about it for a while now. I'm going to just cut all my hair. No, I'm going to go bald. I have decided, I've been thinking about this. Like, my other job, I work in a kitchen, dude. It gets in the way. I'm going bald. I'm cutting it all off. I don't, nope. I'm going completely bald. I'm thinking about taking all the facial hair, gone. All facial hair, gone. Everybody complains. Every fucking woman I've ever met is just like, I don't really like facial hair. You're cute, but I don't really like the facial hair. You're cute, but have you thought about shaving the facial? It's like, okay, I get it. I get it. Fuck me, I guess. I don't know. I looked like a baby without facial hair. I did. I looked like a baby. A little goo goo gaga. Goo goo gaga. And fucking that's why I locked in. I grew some facial hair so I didn't look like goo goo gaga, right? And then everyone's like, oh my god, you should cut the facial hair. And I'm just like, oh my god. I'm going bald. I'm done. It just gets in my face, bro. Yesterday it was windy and the hair blew directly into my mouth. I'm just done. I'm cutting all the hair. I'm tired of this single strand right here going like this while I'm trying to scream. I'm sick of it. No, I'm done. We're bald tomorrow. I'm serious. You guys think I'm fucking around. You guys think I'm joking. You think it's a bit. I'm all of it. All of it's gone tomorrow. All of it. I'm done. I'm level 3 mad. Shut up. Yeah, I think that would be nice too. Come to think of it, I think I heard a similar thing from Makako last time too. Approaching from the other side of the case based on the testimony that has already been given without considering the true or falsehood of the testimony. Akane, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Did you remember all of that? What is she talking about? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? We can't give up just because we're stuck in one place. Let's designate a hypothetical person who could commit the crime and discuss the method of the crime assuming that person's pattern. Dude, the music is bopping. That's a lot of bullets. Let's fucking do it. Yo, pump this shit up. If there's a person A who can freely roam, preparing for a crime wouldn't be difficult. Killing Yamato Kisaragi? To put the blame on Makako Kurokawa is no easy feat. They kill Kisaragi first, then spill blood in the hallway, right? And somehow they stole Makako's bedsheet. They even prepared a way to get the records from the dance hall. Yo, this music is fucking hype. Oh my god. If Makako Kurokawa was really taken advantage of, by some means, they must have kidnapped that woman. Huh? Otherwise, you wouldn't be standing next to a dead body. The problem lies that this happened within 15 minutes for all the events to take place. Even if it was Mr. A, it's not that easy to commit the crime. Okay. Person A, the criminal, must have done something to make Kurokawa look like the criminal. Besides, simply killing Kisaragi, in order to figure that out, they would have to be able to control Kurokawa at will. And it wouldn't have been necessary to relatively incapacitate them. Let's think about it. Incapacitate Kurokawa. Wait a minute! The grenade! You could paralyze Kurokawa! Hold up! Is the grenade an option? It is! They paralyzed Kako! Anesthetic gas, killing Yamato Kisaragi. To put the blame on Makako Kurokawa is no easy feat. Let's fucking go. Lock in. They kill Kisaragi first, then spill the blood in the hallway, right? I don't agree with that. And somehow they stole Makako's bedsheet. Go, 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 say it. They even prepared a way to get to the records from the dance hall. If Makako Kurokawa was really taken advantage of. Here we go, here we go, here we go. By some means, they must have kidnapped her. I consent to you, Ray Mekarue! Shit! Let's go! We're saving Makako tonight! 10 point, 30 point, 40 point, 120 point. Mekarue, by some means. I thought about it. Wouldn't it be possible if they used that? The anesthetic gas, I mean. Anesthetic? What's that? Akane. Didn't you see it when you went to the lab? A strange can. The same thing that was rolling around like last time. I heard it from Mekarue and thought, it's gotta be the anesthetic gas. It sprays compressed anesthetic gas in the form of a grenade. If you're exposed to it, your body will temporarily become numb, and your nerves will not function properly. What? Where did they get such a dangerous thing? There's no way it was Tsurugi, right? There's no way. And before people come at me, before anybody comes at me, we do not know the mental state that he's currently in. Do I think old Tsurugi would kill? No. I'm just trying to see who fits the bill outside of Monokuma. My top suspect is still Monokuma, but we're talking about someone who wasn't there that could independently move. I don't know what the mental state of Tsurugi was. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what Monokuma was cooking. I don't know if he was whispering into a new Tsurugi's ear, like, hey, buddy, everything will be okay if you do this. Like, I don't know. But, isn't he a plant human? Okay, but plant humans are capable of doing things. Kinja would not do that. Did you not just hear the first point of my argument? They said his mind and all of his, everything about him was white. It's Mitch. I mean, I'm just talking about, you guys, I'm just talking about all possibilities, okay? We're talking about all possibilities here. Maybe it's from the arsenal in the ballroom, because the arsenal itself was still open after all, since Kinjo also brought a pistol from there. If you use that anesthetic gas, Kisaragi as well as Makako can both be neutralized. That's true. Still, Kisaragi went looking for Kurokawa, so there's a good chance they were together at that point. After immobilizing the two of them, Kisaragi is the axis. And if you make Kurokawa splash blood and stand in front of the corpse, in theory, it would be like this case. It's not about fainting, it's just paralyzing. But if that's true, wouldn't Kurokawa see the culprit? That's true, but if you use a tool that can hide your identity, it's not a problem at all. Still, it's a bit strange that Kurokawa doesn't tell us. What happened to her? Wait a second. I have a problem other than this. Once you use the anesthetic gas, you mean moving two people from the laboratory to the record room, right? Even if there's only one, isn't it difficult to move people all by yourself? A cart! That's what the cart was for! Holy shit in my mouth! I agree as well. Besides, in short, the time before we came up... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The anesthetic gas was used in the laboratory. That means that two people who were in the lab were brought up to the record room, just as it was mentioned. Mind you, one thing. Can I be honest with you? Mind you, my Tsurugi Kinjo theory is only on the basis that Monokuma didn't cheat or pull some bullshit. It is only on that basis. And we are encouraged to think that way. Just saying. Do I, VodkaSunnyD, think it's Tsurugi? No. Do I, Yuki Maeda, think that I should consider all options? Yes. But Monokuma's been a fuck this entire game, so I don't know what to do. He turned the kids to bones! Just as it was mentioned, it's difficult to move one person, but it would be a challenge to move two people in a short time. But it won't be impossible. There must be a shortcut to move people at once. Yeah, the proof is this. Chat, say the proof in chat right now. Do it! Say the proof in chat now! Seriously? No, why? Why are people typing the words "the proof"? Why are you typing the words "the proof"? I'm never looking at chat again. I'm done. I'm done. Try to include chat. Try to be all inclusive, and this is what I get. Oh boy, the cart! I got it. No, there's an easy way to transport two people by yourself. You just need to use the cart. A cart? Haven't you seen it when you search the records? There was a cart that was supposed to be used to transport something. And that was also bloody. I remembered. That wasn't originally at the entrance of the lab. That's right. Surprisingly, the place where the anesthetic gas was supposed to be deployed was also the laboratory. I can think of only one possibility that the cart in the lab got bloodstained after being used by the record, in order to move Kisaragi and Kurokawa. That's right. If you use the cart to transport it, you can easily move 2 people without any effort. By raising Kurokawa, including Kisaragi's corpse, they were able to overturn the charges against Kurokawa. What'd you say to me, woman?! What'd you say to me?! Wait! You've been talking like a cool guy. I have? Yuki's been talking like a cool guy? Oh my, how far he's come. You've been talking like a cool guy for a while now. But can you think that much? Yeah, can you think that much? What's wrong, Mekaru? Ray Mekarue asks, what's wrong, Mekaru? Is there something wrong with me? Asks Ray Mekarue. If, as you say, the case was so easy, I wouldn't say anything. However, there's a fallacy in your claim. Please don't confuse me with the incorrect information. Just stay still. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. From now on, the counter-argument showdown will commence. Would you like to listen to the tutorial? No. Counter-argument showdown, baby. Ray Mekaru in the left corner, and Yuki Maeda in the right corner. Let's watch Yuki get his ass kicked! I gotta lock in. Fuck everything! I don't even know what you're saying. I don't have time to read it. We already know this. What are my bullets? I have chest hole, Kisaragi's dying message, Kisaragi's handbook, rec room door. Is it the fact that you can't get the cart into the room? Is that what she's saying? I think that's what she's saying. As long as there's evidence of a cart, it should be clear that it was used for transportation. But Mekaru's argument's not wrong either. Because it's true that the cart was in the record room. It's certainly unrealistic to climb on a bedsheet rope with a cart carrying 2 people. But the cart was still found in the record room. So, the question is, how do you get the cart into the room? It's impossible to get the cart up the traditional way. It starts with the password for sure. Huh. Is it Kisaragi's... No, it's not his dying message. It has to be Kisaragi's handbook. And it has to be on the second statement. I think that's what it is. So I gotta shift on the next statement. I gotta be sure not to shoot it by accident as well. It's gotta be this. No! Wait, I'll cut through your words! Yes! Break!
I did it. I did it, guys. I cut through the words, guys. I did it. Oh my god.
50 point. 50 point. 150 point. Wait, Mekaru. What if it wasn't actually like that? What? I still think Ray Mekaru's argument stands here. Like, we're about to argue, but how do you get around the security system of the door? Because the security system of the door, it reads, like, heart rate or some shit? That's what they were saying. Like, you can't have 2 living people enter the room at the same time, I don't believe. Unless, hold on, I have a theory. They kill Kisaragi. Oh my god, wait, I got it. They kill Kisaragi in the lab. They use a cart to bring Kisaragi and Makako, who are paralyzed by the grenade, to the front door of the record room, okay? You put in the code that you got from Kisaragi's handbook, okay? And since Kisaragi's already dead, Makako would be the only one entering, right? Because it reads heart rate. You push the cart in. You push the cart in. It rolls in. The door shuts. You go downstairs. You open Makako's door. You grab Makako's bedsheet. You head back up to the 3rd floor. Or the 4th floor, technically. And then you throw up the cloth, and you climb up, and you enter through the emergency exit, and you get them set up in the way you need it. Yeah. No, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at video games. I'm pretty good at video. Yeah. I'm pretty good at video. Yeah. Nice try, Mitch. Figured you out. What? Take a look at this. Oreo. Do you know what this is? Oreo. Oreo! 0430? It's Oreo. What is this number? Moreover, this is bloody, right? You don't mean... That's right. It's the password to the records room. Allegedly. Yuki, allegedly. He didn't try it out. He doesn't know for sure. Allegedly. What? Maeda, did you know the password? No, I'm still not sure. I haven't been able to check if it's the real password for the records, but I think the chances are high. Where did you find it? When I was investigating, Kurokawa gave it to me. Right, Kurokawa? Why is she looking at me like that? Kako! Kako! You good? Kako! Kako! Are you okay? Boop! Earth to Kako! Please, give me an answer. Then, Makako knew the password? Well, I don't know about that, because Kurokawa also found it on Kisaragi's person. Then, there's a possibility that the culprit also got the password from Kisaragi? That's right. If you could go in and out of the records through the front door, wouldn't it be easy to transport 2 people by cart from the lab to the record? You know, it's funny that Ray goes quiet here, because I also went quiet, and I'm trying to... It's very... Yuki asked that question, and then I started going into deep thought, and Ray started going into deep thought. We made the exact same face. I was like... like... That's incredible, Maeda. It seems that the method of the crime has been finally grasped. So now, if we only could identify the criminal... Is that really true? What? What? Is what really... What? Is what true? What's up? What is it? What do you mean, Mekarue? I kept thinking it was suspicious. What? What was? But I'm getting more and more suspicious now. What are you talking about? What's up? Is everything okay, Mekarue? Well, it's that the culprit is talking about someone. Yuki Maeda, that's you. Wait, what? Wait, what's up? Wait, what? Huh? What'd you say? What was that? Huh? What the fuck? What the fuck? She's blaming me as the criminal? How? I was with her the whole time! She was the only one I was with! Alright. Put me back in. Put me back in. What the fuck did you just say to me, girl? You're the only one I cleared! And now you're not gonna clear me? Me? Yo, chat, you know what we should do? You guys want to play some Community Among Us later? We should do that. You guys want to play some Among Us in the Discord later? We should. Sure. No, I'm thinking about it. Because this reminds me of Among Us. Yuki and Ray are together the whole round, and then during the meeting, Ray looks at Yuki and goes, yeah, I think Yuki killed. Like, bro, I was with you the whole time. Me? The culprit? I was literally with you the whole time. Was there any time that we separated from Ray? We didn't separate from Ray a single time. We didn't separate from Ray a single time. What is she on? Like, what is she cooking? Like, for real. She's got to be cooking something. This has to be like a bluff or a ploy or something. Like, bro, what? You were the only one I was with. Wasn't Yuki late? No, we literally... So here's what happened. We were all... Are you implying late to breakfast? Is that your implication? That still doesn't make sense. Even if you say Yuki's late to breakfast, who was at breakfast with us? Kisaragi. Alive. Kisaragi was alive at breakfast. The fact that she would blame it on Yuki makes actual zero sense. Because we're together in the dining hall, and Kisaragi is alive. So the crime did not happen yet. We go upstairs together. Me and Ray together. Once we get upstairs, we split up. But not Ray and Yuki. Ray and Yuki are together. They're the only two that are together. Akane goes off on her own. Teruya goes off on his own. And Kurokawa's nowhere to be found. But we were with her the entire time. So for her to say this makes actual no sense. So I have to assume that this is a bluff because other people don't know that. That's the only thing I can think of, is that this is a huge bluff. And she's going based off of the fact that other people don't know that her and Yuki were together the whole time. Huh? Why is it like this all of a sudden? To be honest, I've been suspicious of this guy since the incident. Oh, she's playing. Oh, she's playing. She's playing. She's playing. She's gotta be doing some manipulative shit to see if she can catch somebody. If somebody steps forward, right now, if somebody steps forward and says, I agree, Yuki's suspicious, that incriminates them. This is big money. Hold on. I think that's what she's doing. Either that or she got hit in the head and forgot what happened. To be honest, I've been suspicious of this guy since the incident. However, since the alibis were so difficult for the case itself, I couldn't make sure with certainty. But Maeda, revealing that password was the wrong move. I gotta take a poop. I'm gonna be real, Chad. I gotta take a big poop. You went and dug your own grave. Yes, sir! No, wait. Why did you doubt me? I didn't do anything. If you don't know, then I'll tell you. The most difficult issue that bothered us the most in our alibis was the whereabouts of Makako Kurokawa, right? When Makako Kurokawa went to investigate the 5th floor before Yamato Kisaragi left the dining hall, but the one who said that was Maeda. The rest of us, except for Maeda, have no way of knowing what Makako was doing. Now you get it? But Kisaragi's still alive! Huh? That means... You mean Maeda lied? How do I kill Kisaragi then? It's impossible to kill Kisaragi! What? What are you talking about? There's no evidence. If you're the killer, you can manipulate Makako's whereabouts to your liking. For example, he may have lured Yamato Kisaragi to the 5th floor by falsely claiming that she went to the 5th floor. But instead, Makako Kurokawa might have been caught in another place. Why would I do that? There's no benefit. Yuki's also just, like, not even thinking. So, again, I think Ray's making a huge bluff here, because I don't think Ray's this stupid. But Yuki is just playing full dumb. Bro has no poker face, no rebuttal. There are 100 different things he could say. And Yuki's like, what? Oh, no! Bro, what are we doing, Yuki? Then what's with the notebook with the password on it? You got it from Makako. Don't you think that's too convenient? If it was handed over to you during the investigation, why did you say anything? I don't know, I just told you the truth. If you're suspicious, you can ask Kurokawa. Makako, is it true? What is going on anymore in this trial? This trial got silly. This trial got silly. Let me drink some water. Volcano water, by the way. Did you guys know that? This is volcano water. It's fucking good. Fresh from a volcano. Volcanic water. I've been liking it, dude. Yeah. Yes. Vintage volcano water. You guys gotta try it. Mikako goes quiet. Why are you avoiding us? Kurokawa? Either way, there was something else that you're suspicious about. When we all followed Kisaragi to the 5th floor, you were the last one to arrive. In other words, even if we've been together all this time, when you finally arrive on the 5th floor, your alibi disappeared for a very short time. Did it? Is she gaslighting me? She's gaslighting me, right? Rei Mekarue is abiding by the 3 Gs. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. That's what she's doing right now. Yuki was late? Doing what? Was he? What did I do? She's right? He was late? Yeah, what was I doing? Taking a poop? What happened? What the fuck? When? I walked with them. What kind of clown shit is this? So you're telling me, hold on a second, even if she's right, you're telling me in the 2 minutes that you didn't see me on the 5th floor, I evaded everybody. No, it still doesn't make sense. I came up the stairway last on the 5th floor. Sure. But then I was still with Mekarue the whole time. How can I get anything done on the 5th floor if I'm with Mekarue from the moment I get to the 5th floor? It just doesn't make sense. And you could say like, oh, well, you went up the emergency exit. You still can't get out the door. No, this makes 0 sense. Fuck you. In other words, even if we've been together all this time, when you finally arrived on the 5th floor, your alibi disappeared for a very short time. Yes, to give a proper example, it would be possible to go into Kurokawa's private room from the dormitory in the meantime, install the rope in the ballroom. It's not even a rope, you jackass! Leave the door open and so on. The whereabouts of the key will need to be discussed in more detail, of course. This is bullshit! Hold on a minute. Isn't it strange that the sheets were hung on the ballroom back then? By the time we got to the 5th floor, it was already after the incident, right? It's not weird at all. If you knew the password, you wouldn't have to go into the record room through the hallway. So in conclusion, the bed sheets in the ballroom was for camouflage. You thought that receiving the password from Mikako would strengthen Mikako's suspicions. So... this is just some DR5, or this is some DR1 Trial 5 shit. Right? Because if Kaku just says, I gave him the password after the, or like after the body died, then this erases everything. But the fact that Kurokawa was staying silent fucks us real good. Also, this whole thing, dumb. Ain't no way, dude. I couldn't complete everything that quickly. I was with you the whole time. Fuck you, Ray. I still think she's bluffing. I'm bewildered. It's rather counterproductive to show it here, don't you think? No! Why would you think I'm the culprit? I mean, I don't know the password. I really got it from Kurokawa. And as Mekarue said, even if you go to the ballroom or leave the door open while you have an alibi for a short time, the crime itself is impossible. Because the incident had already happened when we arrived on the 5th floor. I mean, he is right. What's your rebuttal to that? Mekarue, Maeda's right. What do you mean? No matter how much you prepare to commit a crime, the person who killed in the end becomes the blackened. Thank you, Teruya. I know the basic rules of the trial. Monokuma said it! Hot Note used that to point out... What? That none of this matters! The person who killed last after preparing everything becomes the blackened. I see, Teruya, you did a good job. I'm done. I'm done. No, fuck this. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is some dumb shit. I'm done. I'm done. You guys, hey, have fun looking at this chair. I'm done. I have just one thing to say. I have just one thing to say to Mekaru. No, I do. I have just one thing to say to Mekaru. I have one thing to say. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? This could also be a reason Maeda is the suspect in reverse. She's just talking, dude. Who the fuck? No. Who the fuck did Mekaru's investigation? I need to know. Somebody replaced Mekarue with a Teletubby. They had to have. Mekaru sat out of the investigation and paid a Teletubby to go investigate on her behalf. That's what happened. That is the only thing that makes sense. For real. Mekaru said, I don't feel like investigating. Here's $50. And the Teletubby said, I'm Dinky Blinky, and went and fucking investigated for her. Like, that's what, that must be what happened. What do you mean? Simply put, they may be accomplices. Maeda, who did the final blow to Kisaragi directly, and Makako Kurokawa, an accomplice. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? An accomplice? They prepared the crime for each other. If you do this, the contradiction in this case can also be explained. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? What? Kurokawa was an accomplice? Why are you looking at them like that, Kako? You know this is all bananas. That can't be. Neither Kurokawa or me have any reason to kill. And even though Kurokawa can act as an accomplice, it's impossible for me to deliver the final blow to Kisaragi. That's right, because we don't even know the weapon yet. Really? There's no law saying that you have to be there in order to deliver the final strike. Oh, really? Tell me more about how I killed this person, Mekarue, even though I was nowhere near them! It was the same act with the science lab. When Uhura killed Inori, isn't it? He didn't even know how to use a phone. And also, he turned the kids into bones! Ah, remote killing. That was it. I'm gonna freak out. No, I'm about to freak out. I'm done. Chat, I'm done. I'm literally me. I'm literally me, and they are looking at me, and they're saying, you killed. I killed. I'm in control of Yuki, bro. I am in control of Yuki. I am making the Yuki plays with Yuki. Okay? He goes off the deep end sometimes, but I'm the one in control for the most part, and I've been watching him. I've been watching Yuki this whole time. I'm literally me. I know for a fact that he did not kill. This is BS. Yamato Kisaragi's corpse had no ordinary wound. The huge hole was enough to pierce the entire body. Most likely, the weapon was a bomb. A bomb? And bombs are relatively optimal for remote killing. There isn't a single reason for the perpetrator to face the victim. Huh? No way, Maeda's the culprit? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. But there's no contradiction in Mekaru's words. I'm the culprit? How did this happen? Because of showing the password? And why is Kurokawa keeping quiet? It'll be difficult if this goes on. I'm not the culprit. If they vote for me like this, everyone will die because of an incorrect answer. That's what I'm saying. I'm literally me. I was there. I have to prove my innocence at whatever cost. For everyone. Send it! We are so dead? Hell no. Hell no! Mikako's private room, laboratory meet, rec room door, everyone's alibis, Monokuma file 5. Fuck you! Let's do this. If Mikako Kurokawa is an accomplice, then this case can be explained. Like the culprit is Mikako Kurokawa, but it was Yuki Maeda who installed the bomb. If she performs all kinds of tricks and only the final blow is done by Maeda, Yuki Maeda's culprit theory is a certain possibility. Transporting them with anesthetic gas in the cart, which is mentioned earlier. I have no time to read that. Then the murder itself was done by Yuki? But why Maeda? Ain't my fault. The motive is unknown, but it's the most likely. Dude, they're going too fast! If Yuki and Kurokawa... Can you slow down? Then they knew the password to the... I can't read it! Then Yuki decorated the dance hall as if they just entered the record room. Meanwhile, Kurokawa going in and out of the record room did all the back work. And for us, he made it look like Mikako Kurokawa was the culprit. He cleverly escaped the charges. A well-crafted trick, but it had a long tail. A long tail? It can't be. Maeda, this is stupid. You guys are dumb! I'm the culprit and Kurokawa is the accomplice. That's fucking ridiculous. Where is the benefit of being an accomplice in the first place? Before that, I have to convince everyone somehow. There must still be facts that I know and the others don't about this case. That might be a clue to an objection. Alright, let me look at these bullets, dude. Let me look at these bullets. Alright, what do we got here? We got Mikako's private room, lab meet, rec room door, everyone's alibis, Monokuma file 5, Kisaragi's dying message. Dude, I actually have no idea. Yuki Maeda's culprit theory is a certain possibility. Well, I don't want to agree and incriminate myself. Transporting them with anesthetic gas in the cart. The murder itself was done by Yuki. What? Why Maeda? Is there even anything to, like, refute here? The motive is unknown, but it's still the most likely explanation. If Yuki and Kurokawa are in cahoots, then they both do the password to the record room, right? Then Yuki decorated the dance hall as if they just entered the record room. Meanwhile, Kurokawa going in and out of the record room did all the back work. How can she go in and out if she's paralyzed? And for us, he made it look like Mikako Kurokawa was the culprit. How can she go in and out if she's paralyzed? But we already used the gas. He cleverly escapes the charges. What bullets do I have? Hold on. Hold on, what bullets do I have? How the fuck do I switch bullets? What? What? It didn't let me switch bullets, huh? It's gotta be Teruya's statement. We're not going to agree that we did it. That's stupid as shit. I'm not agreeing that we did it. So it has to be Teruya's statements. Mikako's private room, he could have done. Laboratory meet. No, he can't go back. Mikako can't go back and forth, right? Because of how the door works? Because you can't get Kisaragi... What? I'm just gonna say rec room door. This is a very loose guess, but nothing else here makes sense. It might be rec room door. Nothing else here makes sense. So I'm gonna say rec room door. I don't think she could just go in and out like that, right? Or can she? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna refute it. Like, this might be wrong, but then again, it might be right! It's right! We love guessing. Alright, now tell me how it makes sense. Because that was a guess. 100% perfect. 30 point. 30 point. 40 point. 140 point. Amazing. Wait, that's impossible. It makes no sense to commit the crime in the records. Huh? What do you mean? If you knew the password, why wouldn't you go in? No, there's one thing you guys don't know about the records. The records do not open by simply knowing the password. How then? I learned this when the 5th floor was opened after Satsuki's execution, but there are a few rules regarding the access to the records. First, only one person can enter the record room. Second, it won't be open if someone is already inside. Third, if 2 or more enter at the same time, a bulkhead wall comes down. So I have a question. Mekaru's doing this bullshit and saying it's me, and the only evidence on that is me saying Mikako's investigating the 5th floor. That's it? This is stupid. Yeah, the bulkhead wall. Unless you follow this rule, the door will not open even if you enter the password correctly. What the heck are those? I didn't know those rules. Maeda, aren't you lying again to get away with the suspect? Like, I'm telling you facts and logic! Dude! Do you really want to get... Oh my god, bro! Monokuma turned the kids to bones! And you're out here ready to guess wrong. Can you imagine what he's gonna do to you guys if you get it wrong? No, this is a fact I heard with Mekarue when we first investigated the 5th floor. Mekarue, I don't think you've forgotten, have you? Mekarue goes quiet. What Maeda said is true. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but it's probably true since Monokuma informed us. Bruh. I'm getting angry. I'm getting mad! As long as these rules exist, it's impossible for Kurokawa to act as an accomplice. No, not just Kurokawa, it's impossible for anybody. As long as Kisaragi is in the record room, entering or leaving the record is impossible. Yeah, that does make sense. Maeda's not the culprit. Wait, just because you can't enter through the front door of the records, doesn't that mean the possibility of a crime disappears, right? You could have entered through the ballroom. If you can't get in when someone is inside, don't you have to do the groundwork first? And then put only Kisaragi in there? Is anybody else confused? Not to be that guy. Is anybody else confused? My method is still valid, right? You kill No, my method's still valid. You kill Kisaragi in the lab. Then you wheel a cart to the front of it and you push the cart in. And then you go around and you set them up accordingly. I think mine makes sense. My theory makes sense. That's... No, if it becomes that much trouble, the chances are rather low. They'll be caught up on the 5th floor before they even finish the job. Is that so? It didn't take that long for us to get to the 5th floor. So you're saying that all the reasoning we've been doing was just a guess? Well, me becoming the culprit and Kurokawa the accomplice, I was shocked because it was so sudden. There's no benefit from being an accomplice, and there was no reason for me to kill. What are you talking about, Maeda? Did I stutter? Did I say something wrong? What did I just say? There's no benefit to an accomplice. Everybody knows this. There's zero benefit to an accomplice. Being an accomplice in Danganronpa is like the dumbest shit you can do. It is. It's the dumbest shit you can do. For real! Remember Hifumi? What are you talking about, Maeda? The charges against you have not been resolved yet. Ray? Don't start with me. I'm already at level 3 mad. I'm literally shaking. Ray! Don't start with me! What? I obviously heard about the records with you, but I think you forgot one important detail. Do you not remember? When you were given the explanation, Monokuma made it clear. It checks the heart rate of the person inside. Uh-oh. Are they gonna say that you can go in and out of the door because Kisaragi would have been dead at that point, and then Kurokawa could go in and out? Well, I have just one thing to say to you, Rei Mekarue. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? In order to limit the entry. Huh? Really? So, what do you mean? It means we're fucked. The door does not open when someone is inside. However, the condition doesn't apply if the person inside is a corpse. It's not about distinguishing whether what... Wait, hold on. I have reasoning that might be able to get us out of this. I have reasoning that might be able to get us out of this. And my reasoning is, it's a little goofy and it's not soundproof. But all of this is going off of the knowledge that I already have the password. How do I get the password? Like, how do I set this into motion without being absolutely certain I have the password? You know what I mean? How do I set this into motion without being absolutely certain I have the password? That doesn't make sense. You are making your entire argument off the basis that I set all this up in advance with Kurokawa under the assumption that we both knew the password. Brother, what? You tried talking to Kisaragi. It was in his personal notebook. No. It's a little, it's not a foolproof argument, but it's a start. It's not about distinguishing whether what's in is human, but a human whose heart is beating. Then that means that Kisaragi was already in the record room. It sounds like you could go in and out by yourself if you know the password. Then... Am I right, Monokuma? Monokuma, shut up. Shut up, Monokuma. Yeah, that's right. Shut up, Monokuma! I've had enough of you this game! Theoretically, more than 2 people can fit into the archives if the person inside is already dead. Or someone who can have their heart stopped on purpose. Well then, turn off the music. You aren't cooking. You aren't cooking. Turn off the music. Do you have anything to object to, Yuki Maeda? Do I have anything to object to? Fuck yeah, I object. What is... In words of Leon Kuwata, I object, I object, I object, I object, I object! Yeah, I object! Yes! I object! You're all stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid! I was skeptical at first, but... if the evidence supports it up to this point, the only culprit is Yuki. Guys, I have bad news. Guess what? I just got another warning on TikTok. Earlier, TikTok took my live down for mental health, and now they're taking down my live for not being appropriate. What did I do? TikTok, stop! I just want to stream the game. I did nothing. Alright, once again, I have to end the TikTok live. If you are currently watching on TikTok, the live will now end. Goodbye, TikTok. If you would like to keep watching, we're live on YouTube and Twitch. Go check it out. Links in my bio if you don't want to miss this and you want to see what's about to happen. Hoo boy, you better follow up. Click my little profile in the corner and come hang out on Twitch. It's free to watch and no ads. Anyways, bye. Go! Don't miss it. Go! Go to the link. You know what else is stupid, 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 stupid? Fucking TikTok, bro. I've had enough. I'm so tired of this shit. I was skeptical at first, but if the evidence supports it up at this point, the only culprit is Yuki. Yeah. It's me. Is this a lie? Maeda? Maeda! You committed a murder? Wait a minute. Wait! No, I'm innocent! Mekaru, think again. Do I really look like a murderer? Look me straight in the eyes and say it. Maeda, to be honest, I still have a lot of questions, and I'm not convinced. But there's no answer other than this reasoning. As long as my life is at stake, I can't get involved in trivial emotions. Stupid, 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 stupid! You know who would step up and save me right now? Tsurugi Kinjo. At first, I knew Kurokawa had to be the culprit. Yet the actions of leaving evidence on your own hands doesn't explain that kind of behavior. It can't be. Hey, I'm just gonna say one thing. If they're gonna vote me off, I want two things. One, you gotta face me in a bullet time battle or whatever, a panic talk attack or whatever it's called. And two, Rei Mekarue, you better sit the fuck down and make a comic book. If she doesn't sit the fuck down and make a comic book, I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting it. It can't be. No. This isn't. Wait. Kurokawa. Kurokawa, don't stay still. Say something. You two are being called an accomplice. If you are the only one who can prove my innocence. Sorry, Yuki. You're dead. Listen, hey, I don't make the rules, all right? I just blindly believe Makako until the day I die. And I'm gonna do that here, too. Honestly, chat, if Kako doesn't say anything, they might be right. Yuki might have done it. Just being honest. Yeah, Yuki's dead. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, if Kako says Yuki's dead, Yuki's dead. Like, GG's. GG's. There's nothing we can do. I guess he killed. Like, I don't know, bro. It makes sense. Kako stays quiet. It must be true. Don't you guys think it's weird, too? Originally, she spoke few words, but in this class trial, Kurokawa has been strangely speechless. It's strange that she doesn't say a word, even when she's being accused of being an accomplice. Well, I do admit that. Yuki, why did you do it, bro? I'm curious. Why did Yuki do that? You know what I mean? It's like I was controlling the character, and then Yuki thought it was cool to go and set all this shit up. Honestly, I side with Rei Mekarue here. No, if Kako doesn't say anything, it's because Yuki probably got loud with her and said, hey, we're doing this, and now Kako's afraid to say something. Like, I guess Yuki killed. I mean, I don't know. If Kako don't speak here, then he must be the killer. Kurokawa, I'm begging you, please. If this ends in my death, it will mess everything. I'm not the culprit. And you're not an accomplice. So please, tell them something. Kurokawa? Stop it, Maeda. I believe it's over now. Huh? What are you talking about, Makako? I'm sorry for keeping quiet, but I can't deceive you anymore. I will tell you all the truth now. Kurokawa? You have a different tone now. It's as you guys guessed. I am the accomplice who caused the murder by helping Yuki. I can't believe he did that. Yuki, why did you do that? Why would Yuki do that? This is ridiculous. No, this is stupid. Why did Yuki do that? No, I just want to know. Yuki, why the fuck did you do that? Unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me. Dude, what the fuck, Yuki? And before anybody thinks that I'm being a fool, when Kako speaks, I listen. That's all I know. I can't believe he did this. Huh? Huh? What? Goodbye, Yuki. Kurokawa? What are you talking about? Yuki, you instructed me not to say anything. But it seems there's no way to escape now. Oh boy. Wait a moment. He told you not to talk? And you're not using your slow tone as usual. What kind of change is this all of a sudden? I don't know what to say because it's unfair to me. But I'm one of the victims. Yuki did something to me. I felt threatened. I had no choice but to do as Yuki told me. Yuki! How could you? What? Yuki did what? Huh? What are you? Nonsense. Maeda? Threatened? By Maeda? We're gonna beat his ass. How could he do that? Hold on. So that means you were intimidated by Yuki Maeda, so you had no choice but to help in the crime. And you were accused of committing a crime against yourself? And you were used as much as he could? But after our reasoning, when Yuki Maeda was put in a corner, did you mean that you decided to betray Yuki Maeda, who seemed no longer likely to win and tell the truth? Yes. If Yuki loses the trial, I'll live and Yuki will be executed. If that's the case, it's okay, even if you catch the blackened. If so, why didn't you reveal that in the first place? I was scared. Yuki's terrifying fear was imprinted in me. You know what's kind of funny? Low-key. You know what's kind of funny, low-key? Like, I would need to go, like, back and check the file. I don't know if they have heights and shit. But comparatively, Yuki is, like, one of the least frightening people in the entirety of the class. Like, if you lined up everybody in the class, Yuki is like, well, actually, is Rei Mekarue actually, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's not capable. But if you ask me who would win in a fight between Yuki and Makako, I think Makako just fucking single hand, boom, right in the stomach, rips out his ribs, yanks him out. I do. I think she folds Yuki like laundry. I do. If there was a street fight, boom. Laundry, folded. I was scared. Yuki's terrifying fear was imprinted in me. I couldn't open my mouth. And at the time of the incident, according to Yuki's plan, I was accused of being the culprit. I thought you wouldn't believe me if I insisted like that. Well, that's for certain. In that situation, if you claim that someone else is the culprit, your suspicion would only increase. Now it's all over. Maeda's disappointment is so great that he doesn't even have the energy to speak anymore. Let's finish this. Voting time. Let's do it! Wait! Something is wrong. Mikako is being strange and everything is weird. Can't we talk about it again? Nope, we're done. We're done. Let's vote. Let's talk a little more. Nope. Voting time. Voting time. Voting time. Whoa, what's this? Non-stop debate. Broken bullet. Broken bullet. Wait a minute. Something is wrong with this. It is not. Now that the accomplice has come out, you're not convinced? You have to admit it. Yuki Maeda is the killer. True! But what about the weapon? We don't even know what the weapon is. We already explained, remotely operating the bomb. Besides, even if it was a real bomb, it would be difficult to find traces of it. If that's the case, then it's possible, even if you're not Maeda. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait. Wait. Am I crazy? Or did Mekarue have a remote control on her? Am I psychotic, or before everything happened, did Mekarue have a remote control on her? I remember. I'm trying to remember because it was a few days ago. In the dining hall, Rei Mekarue had a remote control on her. Additionally, Rei Mekarue knew about the back entry instantly. No. Wait a minute, something is wrong with this. It is not now that the accomplice has come out. You're not convinced, but you have to admit it. Yuki Maeda is the killer. But what about the weapon? We don't even know what the weapon is. We already explained, remotely operating a bomb is something that they did. Besides, even if it was a real bomb, it'd be difficult to find traces after the explosion. If that's the case, then it's possible, even if you're not Maeda, even if the installation of the bomb, it's impossible to leave your private room wide open. The rest of us didn't even know the password. Above all else, Kurokawa herself admitted to being the accomplice. Stop it, Akane! As you guys said. Maeda set up a bomb on the 5th floor yesterday, and he detonated it. My brain is rushing right now. Wait, Maeda's not the killer. How long are you gonna stick up for him? We're not the ones who gave the answer. It's the evidence and reasoning. The evidence is showing the answer. No, you guys said it, didn't you? Maeda was the one who installed the bomb and gave the final blow. But it's impossible for Maeda to install anything. Also, Mekarue intentionally separated herself from us. And then... What? Why? If Maeda did install something, he must have done it the day before the incident, right? But yesterday, the day before the incident, I was on the 5th floor from morning until night. I searched every room as hard as I could. What did you say? Don't lie to us. No, that's not 100% reliable, but it's credible. I also saw Akane on the 5th floor for a long time yesterday, and she testified that even when the incident with Kinjo occurred, she came late to her private room by herself, and that she was on the 5th floor all day. Yeah, this is when the Kinjo thing went down. However, no one came to the 5th floor until I came down after completing the investigation, and there was no sign of anything installed, which means no one, including Maeda, did anything on the 5th floor the day before. How can you guarantee that? You may have missed it, or you might have gone from one place for a while. Wrong! Of course, I know my research skills are poor, but I can distinguish to a degree when a person's chest has been messed up. Yeah. Is this why Akane's the day 2? Is this why Akane's the day 2? Goddamn! I admit it's my fault for acknowledging that you were desperately examining the 5th floor yesterday. Knowing that you did all day, it's a pity we can't prove it. Yeah, but Ray, you don't make mistakes like this. But apart from this, wait a minute. Mekaru's the killer. I think Mekaru's the killer. Hold on. You know, I thought it's strange a while ago, but do you guys remember Danganronpa 1 Chapter 3? Do you guys remember Danganronpa 1 Chapter 3? In Danganronpa 1 Chapter 3, it's goofy, but a very interesting method is used. And it's the method of controlling where everybody is. Mekarue told everybody where to go. She said, you go this way. You go that way. Yuki, you come with me. She controlled exactly where everybody was initially. In addition to that, she comes up with this foolproof way of pinning it on Yuki, right? When in reality, she could also serve the exact same role as him. The only difference is she's leading the conversation. Also, going off of this as well, she showed the remote control earlier, and you would ask yourself, well, what's Mekaru's reason to murder? Mekarue hasn't murdered this entire time. That's because Mekarue has had some drive to get out. That drive was lost when she realized that they reached a dead end of their information. And Mekarue separated herself from everyone. It's very possible that some Monokuma manipulative bullshit went on, right? Some Monokuma manipulative bullshit went on. Or maybe it was Solo on herself. that she decided this was her ticket out because she couldn't get out through traditional methods. Additionally, the final thing I want to add is this right here. This is the nail in the coffin. This is the nail in the coffin. And the reason this is the nail in the coffin, you might ask Vodka, why is Mekaru saying, oh, well, I overlooked that, the nail in the coffin? Because Mekaru doesn't make mistakes like this. The entire game, Mekaru has not made a mistake like this once. And now you're overlooking things? You just said that you saw Akane, but you dismissed it. Mekaru's never made a mistake like this, but now we're making mistakes like this? But apart from this, I want to ask, why? Why are you covering for Yuki Maeda so much? The only thing that doesn't make sense about this, well, there's two things. The first thing is how do you know that Kisaragi's gonna run to the 5th floor? That's the first thing. You don't. But Yuki also doesn't know that. So, like, we put ourselves in the same position, right? Where I think Monokuma's doing some manipulation behind the scenes. Because Kisaragi's meant to be a motive. We don't know what motive, but he is a motive. The second thing that I find interesting about this is, shit, I lost my train of thought. There's a lot, though. Oh, the second thing is Makako. Makako's, like, current attitude, you know, being extra silent, all this shit. But Makako's been having trouble saying the things she wants to say from the beginning of the game, as did Kisaragi. So there is some sort of connection between these two, some sort of mindfuck shit going on that we can't explain. But what I'm trying to say, like, the most important thing here is consistency. This has been going on with Makako, right? This isn't out of the ordinary. It wouldn't be ridiculous to look at Makako and say, oh, she's being controlled. Or, oh, someone is controlling what she's saying. It's not ridiculous to say that. What is ridiculous to say is that Mekaru would make a mistake like this. It does not make sense with the entirety of the game. Makaru's the killer, that's what I'm talking about. Fuck you, Mekaru. But apart from this, I want to ask why. Why are you covering for Yuki Maeda so much? Even though she already admitted that they're an accomplice and he's the culprit. That's because, I don't know. It's strange for Maeda to be the culprit like this. It's because Maeda is the culprit. Akane, do you have sympathy? That guy threatened me and made me an accomplice. You're not acting like yourself, though. You're looking like a ghost. Maeda! Speak up! Speak up, little Clementine! Maeda, calm down and answer me. Akane? You didn't do anything wrong, did you? Yuki goes quiet. He's bewildered. Yuki Maeda! Listen to me. Calm down and look into my eyes. You didn't do anything wrong. Dude. I'm starting to remember why I liked Akane so much. You know, Akane was slipping away a little bit. I understand it now. That's why Akane's the date, too. Yuki goes quiet. Akane. Yes. Look at me in my eyes and tell me. You're not the culprit. Maeda, you didn't do anything the day before the incident, right? But, Kurokawa, are you the culprit or not? Just tell me that! Come on, Yuki, say it. Say it out loud! A culprit? I threatened Kurokawa and killed my boyfriend? No, I didn't do anything. It's not me. It's not me who's being weird right now. It's Kurokawa. I'm not the culprit! Maeda! There is something weird. I swear I didn't do anything. It's not me who's suspicious, it's Kurokawa. What? What's going on? As Akane testified, I have no memory of installing anything on the 5th floor, nor threatening Kurokawa. But it's also true that I can't read, boy! But it's also true that Kurokawa said she was going to the 5th floor before breakfast this morning. Unless he was killed by some kind of remote method. At this point, even Maeda cannot commit the crime. Yeah, but who had a fucking remote?! That's right, Maeda's not the culprit. On the contrary, Makako, who suddenly gave us a strange testimony with such a frightening face, is very suspicious. I think one of them must be lying. Yeah, it's a 50-50. You want to flip a coin, Teruya? Fuck it! Flip a coin. Do I have one of my coins here? One of my trusty coins? I'll flip it right now. I don't. I lost my coins. I think one of them must be lying. But who would that be? Akane, I'm sorry. Thanks to you, I woke up. It's all thanks to you. Whoa! 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 The Akane blush! Whoa! It's no big deal. No need to apologize. That's ugly, Maeda. Are you calling Akane's blush ugly? What?! It's true, though. I kinda agree with Makako. The only one that Yuki should be making blush like that is Tsurugi. That's it! But no! No! We had to dance with Akane at the ballroom. No! Ray had to go dance with Tsurugi. No! Fuck it! That's ugly, Maeda. Do you even want to kill us and go outside? What? Because of your usual behavior, the others took care of you and defended you. I hope you like that. But I'm not succumbing to your threats. I'm gonna poop on the floor. I'll uncover the truth with everything and execute you. She does not talk like that! That is not my Kurokawa! What? Why are you doing this, Makako? Akane, as you said, it looks like Maeda didn't do anything the day before, but it was at nighttime that Maeda placed the bomb on the 5th floor. I was sleeping! What? Maeda secretly installed the bomb at nighttime so he could do the kill the day before the incident. It's a fact. I heard that directly from Maeda. It's all true. That's a lie. That's a lie. I have a question then. If you heard me the day before that I was installing a bomb, then why did you not say anything? That doesn't make any sense. It's all true. I carried out your reasoning and the kill itself was done by Maeda. Kurokawa, you really... If that's true, Yuki's the culprit. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? Akane only camped the 5th floor until nighttime. As Kurokawa said in the end, it ain't my fault. Did I do that? Yuki really installed the bomb. Let's check the pockets. Who has a remote? No, we followed nighttime rule. Always. Nighttime rule? You know that talking about that is useless, right? Wrong. Because in this death game, you have to think about consistency. You gotta think how people act. And guess what? Who loves Tsurugi Kinjo more than anybody? Yuki! You think he's gonna go breaking his rules now? Nay! Maybe you! But Yuki wouldn't break the nighttime rule. He'd love Tsurugi more than anybody else. We've been discussing nighttime at the class trials many a times up until now. But without that coercion, our big alibis are completely useless. Yeah, notice how you said alibis plural. Plural. Nobody's in the clear, bitch. Oh no. Maeda. I desperately believe that Maeda's not the culprit. But I've used my head to the limit to defend you at this point. But if we've come all this way to this... Akane, it's not me! Give up, Maeda. As long as I betrayed you as an accomplice, you can't escape no matter what you do. I fully acknowledge the crime. Hold on. Mikako Kurokawa, aren't you acting a little weird? See, now this is the kind of shit that makes me think Ray's not the culprit because fucking she's like defending this when she could just stay quiet. I don't know. Did I cook too hard, chat? I'm always cooking too hard. What? You're being too aggressive. Obviously, as you said, you became a criminal. You must have been a victim of threats. Right now, the situation between you and Maeda is on the contrary. Putting pressure on Maeda to the point where you call him a villain. That's how much my anger towards Maeda has turned up. Well, my anger is at an all-time high, baby! What he did to me. I'll tell you that detail after Maeda's execution. I wonder who will be executed after a bit more time. What? Ray, what do you mean? Mikako Kurokawa testified a little while ago. During the day, it was impossible to set up a bomb because of Akane, but it wasn't during the day, but at nighttime? That is a lie. Wait, so my theory was wrong? I didn't cook? I'm a buffoon?! What? Kurokawa's side was lying? Maeda, Akane, and Otori. I must say I feel pity for you guys. Unless Ray's trying to put it on Mikako now because she's still the... She had a remote! From the day I decided to form a cooperative relationship with you guys, I've been imitating Kinjo's idea and monitoring you. Huh? You'll never be Tsurugi Kinjo. Kinjo's idea? Uh-huh. I put a threat on you. No, don't. You will be doing no Kinjo maxing. You will be doing no Kinjo maxing. No! Common Ray W? No! No! That's Yuki's man! I put a threat on you every night to check your alibi during nighttime hours. Just like he did during Hotno's class trial. Oh boy. Then Maeda... About Maeda going to the 5th floor at night. Yes, that's a lie. Yesterday at nighttime, Maeda's room was still. He didn't come out his room at nighttime. Oh boy. Well, now I'm getting nervous. Surely it's not Mikako, right? Alright, look. Hey, you know, I make the theories and I'm open-minded to being wrong. It looks like I was wrong. The fact that Ray's defending me here does push that I'm wrong. But what worries me, chat, about this whole scene that's unfolding is that Mikako is acting weird. Like, Mikako's not herself. And you know me. You know me. I'm a Mikako fan to the day I die. I am. But it looks like I'm not dying today. And the way she's acting has me worried. What if she was, like, being controlled or something? And she got controlled into doing something crazy. Because my belief that Mikako would never do anything is based off of her personality and how much she's done. But she's acting like a completely different person, like she's under some sort of mind control. So what if she's under some mind control and she did some crazy shit? It still wouldn't be Mikako's doing, it would be the controller, the puppeteer. But it doesn't change the fact that she was the catalyst. I'm getting worried, dude. I'm getting fucking worried. This trial has me stressed out. I haven't been this stressed out in a while, bro. My heart rate's increasing. So, what? I have a question, though, chat. And don't get mad at me. Chat, you can't get mad at me. Do you guys promise you won't get mad at me? I feel like you guys are going to get real mad. All right? Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I won't get mad. I think you're going to get mad. So, a while ago, I said that if we could get up to a 300 average, I would get an emoji from this game. I would get Satsuki. I would hit up the artist. I'd pay big money, and I'd get a beautifully drawn Satsuki emoji. All right? And you might look at me and you go, Vodka. You might look at me and you go, Vodka, are you sure? Are you sure that this artist that you have is going to be able to capture Satsuki? And all I say is, if you look at my emojis, my answer, yeah, I think this artist could easily, that wasn't done by my artist, could easily capture Satsuki. Easily. But, chat, we never hit the 300. We're at 220. We're 80 away. Now, 80's easy to get. I mean, if each of you guys go get one friend to watch the stream, boom, we're there and we have a Satsuki emote. Everybody just has to go ask one person. But it got me thinking, should we get a Kako emote instead? Now, this doesn't come with any spite towards Satsuki. I love them both. Do we want Satsuki clown emote? Or do we want Kako tired emote? That's the $1 million question. Why not both? Because I have a rule. I only ever do one character from one series. I never do two characters from a series. It's only one character, so we'd have to pick one. We need a poll to settle this. I mean, what would you use more often? A tired emote? I could also get rid of my current prey emote, and we could do a Kurokawa prey emote. Where's the prey emote? Hold on. It's the prey emote. Of course, this one's in low quality. I only have an image of it in low quality. Hi, Sarah. I only have an image of it in low quality, sadly. I don't think I have the higher quality one uploaded. It's like a whole bunch of fucking... Yeah, I just don't have the high quality prayer here for some reason. It's like just that one. Sorry, these are all variants. You guys are getting an inside look. Just different variations until we figured out what was right. I could quite literally just take this girl, get rid of her, and put Kurokawa there. But... I don't know. This would be by a different artist. A laughing emote? Of Satsuki? A Satsuki laugh? But we don't have a clown emote. And, like, this is the best opportunity for a clown emote. Wait for the next game? Do you think that there's a character in the next game that we would rather get? Alright, look. This isn't a poll for what we're doing, but I'm curious which you would rather have. What character would you rather emote? By the way, at this time, we're not at 300. We're at 234. We're 75 off. But, I'm curious. Satsuki? Or Mikako? Truly an insane choice. An insane decision. But I am curious. Alright, the poll's running. Oh, boy. So, what? Why are you lying if you're the accomplice? Well, perhaps the premise for being an accomplice was wrong. You mean... not an accomplice? But you were saying earlier that it could only be explained if two people were working at it. Not an accomplice? An innocent person trying to escape by blaming me? They might be the real culprit. Ugh. Seriously? Kurokawa's the culprit? I'm about to turn off the game. I'm about to turn off the game! That's ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. Satsuki, my queen, wins? Wait, what's the... Oh my fucking god. YouTube, look at this real quick. What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit! Teruya, at the beginning of the trial, you said that it would be none other than Kurokawa. That's, at first I was, you know, jumping over the edge. Wait. Mikako? I'm not the culprit. The culprit is Maeda. What a joke. If you'd rather stayed still, you testified that he moved at nighttime. I heard it directly from Maeda. But the work I did on the door proves that it's false. Maeda didn't do anything. Well, then who did move at nighttime, Ray? That's it. Maeda also knew that the thread was actually attached. He also went out and restitched the thread. Huh, that's interesting. I put a thread at the exact 3.5 M position on those 3 visiting mills. So you're telling me he knew exactly where I reattached it and at the same place? That's right. Maeda calculated the exact height to which the thread was attached and reattached at 3.5 centimeters. You know what this reminds me of? Chapter 3 of V3, when Korekio's just like, yes, Himiko did everything. Set the trap, brutally murdered her friend. She knew exactly where everything needed to be placed and she readied it herself. And Himiko's just like, huh? Himiko's just like, huh? One of my all-time favorite moments in a Danganronpa trial. It's a lie to say that it's 3.5 centimeters, you fool. To fall into such a simple trap, are you still lying? Kurokawa, why? In order to drive me to be the culprit? Noisy, noisy, noisy! I'm not the culprit. Why is this happening? I can't die here. Mikako, you... Is this the Kurokawa Mikako we know? No, I can't be the culprit. Stop, please! Stop asking me! Kurokawa. I'm not the killer! Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy. I'm not the culprit. Oh fucking boy! I'm not the culprit. I'm not the culprit! Counter-argument showdown. Kisaraki's dying message. I'm not the killer. I still don't think the Kako I know did this. Unless the Kako I know is not the Kako. And this is the real Kako. And I don't know if I believe that this is the real Kako. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think Kako did too much, man. It's too hard to say. Unless my psychotic theory's correct. You guys remember my psychotic theory where Makako's mastermind play was making sure the game would continue because the idea of Satsuki being able to win the death game rather than it continuing would piss off the mastermind? So, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know because Makako's been doing this in the beginning. I don't ever want to like not believe in Kako. Kurokawa, unfortunately, I have one more piece of evidence that says you are the culprit. No, stop it. It's this dying message. This is stupid. With the letters of Makako written in blood on the left. But the thing that I don't understand, chat, is that this goes against everything that we solved in the beginning. You know what I mean? goes against everything we solved. This is the proof that you're the culprit. This is stupid. The only reason Yuki's on this way of thinking is because Mikako started to act goofy. But she could be getting controlled, and some people even thought that that might be the case in this room. If there was such a thing, you should have told us sooner. I'm sorry I doubted you, Maeda. What do you mean? Did no one know? I thought we all knew when we talked about it. I couldn't tell, because no matter who you look at, Kurokawa was the only one who could have committed the crime. Because there's so much obvious evidence left behind that we thought she wasn't the killer. In that situation, the dying message pointing to Kurokawa gives a rather odd idea that she wasn't the culprit. This case is confusing, but, like, I kind of understand. But I'm also kind of annoyed. Yeah, but now things have changed, Maeda. Who we thought was the culprit is actually completely impossible to commit the crime. Completely impossible because of Tsurugi. Can I just say that? Because of Tsurugi. Because Mikako Kurokawa started to say some gibberish. Exactly. What happened? You fucked up. In some way, she might even be more daring and smarter than other criminals. To an extent. I do have some very bad news, though, chat. I do have some bad news, chat. I have some very... Hey, guys aren't allowed to get mad at me. You're not allowed to get mad, okay? But... I gotta go. I gotta go. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Hey. You... Stop it. You guys know I have physical therapy. That's starting soon. I have to go. Out of nowhere. Look, I just looked at the time. I didn't know we were going for almost 3 hours. Usually I stop at the 2-hour mark. I have physical therapy. What do you expect? My knee's fucked up. I got stabbed in the knee. Thank you for streaming. Now that's a W message right there. Listen, before you go, do not worry. Tomorrow we will be live. Follow me right now. Tomorrow we'll be live at 2 p.m. EST. I'm sorry that I have medical issues. I'm sorry that I got stabbed in the knee and I have to reconstruct myself to walk again. I have to do that. Do you guys want to see the wound on my knee? Is that it? You don't believe me? I have to go do that shit. Listen. Here, how about this? A raffle for you. Type !join to join the raffle.